Welcome to the channel. This is Geauxgreddy and welcome to the 2020 FIA official manufacturer season race number 5 at the Tokyo Expressway. We're in the Group 4 cars and I am in the Porsche Cayman as I continue that climb towards the A+ DR rating. We are only 231 points away from our goal. Can I make it? Well, you're going to have to stick around to find out. But before we get to the action, if you could hit the like and or subscribe, I would certainly appreciate it. Part of getting that result that I need to get my A+ ranking is to get a good lobby, and that's what I've got right here because I'm sitting in about mid-pack, ranked 8th. That is good. Not too many people that are way faster than me, so that is good. So you can see there I'm sitting at 49,769 points, only 231 away from A+. Right now you're riding with me on my qualifying lap. I need a good qualifier. I've got to start in that top 5 position. Very hard to pass here. Even if you do pass, a lot of times the position will be taken back because the slipstream is so strong, and I'm in the Porsche Cayman. Get a nice exit out of this corner. Could have been a couple to 3 miles an hour faster through there, but not terrible. I had good exit speed, so I was happy with that. I miss my shift right here. Anyway, fast forwarding to the braking zone here just before the 100 marker. Get down onto these apexes. I keep the autocross line. I want to keep it nice and tight through here. And then I want to line up my exit and smash the gas pedal. So not perfect through here. I watched people that were like a second and a half faster than me. It just seemed like they were perfect everywhere. It was crazy. So here, getting off the gas, getting down in the apex. I want to get on the gas early, but I let it bleed down below 100 miles per hour. Another mistake. Could have had a couple more miles an hour of speed coming out of there. Fast forward here to the next braking zone, which will be the hairpin. So braking there before the 100 board, getting on. I'm trying to square this corner off, coming around, backsided on the exit, get on that gas early, take as much speed as I can up the hill. Gran Turismo really likes that squared off hairpin kind of turn in right there. So that's what you got to do to get that speed coming through there. I always tried to round it off earlier, and I always wonder why everyone was catching me on the hairpin, but that's one of the reasons why. So coming through the S's here, trying to keep it tight in on these apexes again, backside them if I can. Break at the 50, get to the inside, hold my line, get on the gas as soon as I think I can make it outside the other end without touching the wall. Again, I need that top 5 qualifier to get a good result here. I crossed the line with a 2:04.301. Pretty good time. Let's get and see how that wasn't going to be pole. I went out first. And I tried to put some pressure on the field. No slipstream, though. So what does a 2:04 get you? 2:04.301 get you 4th place. That's right. I started in P4, exactly where I want to be, exactly where I want to start this race. Up front, so I can save some fuel. I'm starting on the medium tires. That's right. I forego the softs, even though I'm at front, because the difference in the speed between the mediums and the softs were pretty negligible here. I didn't say that. It's not negligible. It was over 8 laps. It was I calculated it out to be about 4.5 seconds. So maybe about 0.7 seconds a lap. But with the slipstream being so strong, you can make that up on the other end of the corner, coming out of the corner. So here we are going to corner 1. Or rather corner 2, really. And our leader, NGC 2012, goes wide there. He ghosts. Now, I'm getting a little worried. I don't want to be inside his ghost when he comes out of ghost and I'll get a penalty or something. So I had to kind of back out of there and kind of swerve over to the right to make sure I wasn't inside him when he came out. He gets a 1.5 second penalty, I'm guessing, for driving wide on the track there. I'm pretty sure he probably got dirty tires here. And as you can tell, as he drifts wide. So I'm just trying to get a good exit and get a good run on him. And my concern at this point in the race isn't so much NGC here. I'm worried about that slipstream that's in front of him that I'm losing. So, DNA light speed and a little chicken nugget up there, that's who I need to be behind because he's about to lose the second half. So I'm going to go right through him. But he's not on the bumper of 1st and 2nd place, which is where I need to be, and the guys behind me as well need to be. So he goes to the inside, blocks that inside line off, which of course he knows racing. He needs to do that. But I'm thinking, no, if I could have that inside line, I could get back on the slipstream to those guys. But that opens up an opportunity for Logan Racing to get on the inside of that apex and kind of pressure me coming out the other side. And I had that outside line, so I was carrying more speed, so not too much of a problem heading up the hill here. But I just want to hang out here on NGC's bumper, get as close as I can so that when he finally does ghost, I'll go right through him. So, again, just need to take my apexes here nice and tight, just relax, be calm, come to this 50 board and get on the brakes, get to the inside, get down to speed, power out. But I'm just a little too fast through there. The car pushes. The mediums may not have just quite been warmed up. The car's a little heavier. Didn't quite judge it right. I had to leave room to the inside there of Logan Racing because it wouldn't have mattered. I could have left him room on the outside. He could pass me inside, outside. It didn't matter. Let him through there. And as I'm coming down in the corner, the RCZ just gets on my inside fender, kind of makes me fishtails. I'm going through the corner, so I lose a ton of speed coming out the other side as everyone just kind of eats me up coming down the straight. And I guess that's what Devil Dog got there, that 0.5 second penalties for getting into my rear quarter just a hair. And it was just enough to unsettle the car. It wasn't much of a hit or a tap. I mean, he was just trying to go down the inside. But anyway, so he gets a half-second penalty for that. I lose a couple positions. I've moved from fourth back to sixth here. I was really hoping to be in second, or rather in third. So the Honda serves his penalty, NGC, and I go back on the inside and return the favor to the RCZ and get into his corner a little bit. I wasn't really returning the favor. I just thought I could make it hold it down the inside as he was going a little wide. And so I did. And trying to tuck back into that slipstream. The slipstream's so important here. I'm not ultra concerned about the fuel at this point in the race. I really just want to be in the slipstream as I get a boost from behind from the RCZ there out of the tunnel. It's a terrible place to pass in that tunnel. It's so hard to do. So probably a really good decision there by the Devil Dog. Get on the brakes, trying to get in tight here on this apex. I get right back on the gas so he doesn't have too much momentum coming out of that corner, can pass me up that RCZ so quick on the straight. So there you can see getting another boost there going up the hill from Devil Dog in that RCZ. That RCZ gives the Porsche fits on the straights. And when it's got fresh tires, it hangs in the corners pretty well. So you got to kind of be patient enough to outlast that RCZ's tires. And I'll tell you what, that's not the car I like on my rear bumper. I don't like the RCZ. I don't like the GTR or any of those fast cars. I like to see like slow cars behind me. Something like an Alpha or something like that. Even though they can out-corner me, I can usually put it on the apex and just kind of block the corner and then outpower him out. So I just move away over here. I let Devil Dog go through there. I'm not worried about it. I just figured I was going to use him on the straight. And then he gets in the wall there and gets back over into me. So me and Devil Dog play a leapfrog here as we start the race off into lap 3. Just kind of going back and forth, not really purposely. I think we're both just trying to stay up front and stay in the slipstream, but we're struggling a little bit right now. Get on the brakes there just before the 100. Really have to kind of let off and let the tires find some grip. I had to get off the brake. Almost hit NGC from behind. But in the meantime, I ate up a chunk of the time of the lead that they had on me. Now just down to 6/10. So made up that time I lost earlier from my mistake by hitting the wall out of the last corner. Again, coming in tight here, trying to get into just right into the rear bumper. I want to be on the back bumper of NGC so I can save fuel and, keep up with anyone who might be on softs up in front. So when I switch from my mediums to my softs, then I will have the faster tire with a slightly lighter car, and I can basically just go for the undercut. That's what I'm doing. So I'm going to stay out for roughly 5.5 laps because the pit stop's about halfway in between the laps. So it's going to be a 5.5 lapper, stop, switch to the softs as I send it down the inside, not on purpose, and get into Logan Racing there. And he gets a 1 second penalty. I had let off to make sure that he stayed out in front of me, and then bam, he gets a 1 second penalty. I'm kind of thinking to myself, I wonder if I hadn't let off, if he hadn't gotten the 1 second penalty. I mean, I don't know. As you can see right there, the poor guy just gets nailed. He didn't do anything but take the corner. And I'm baffled by it. I'm like, I hit him from behind. Why on earth would he get a 1 second penalty? And the only thing I can think is I lifted after I hit him, and maybe the game thought that, I don't know, somehow he was deserving of it. I don't know. I don't know. It was pretty bad. And it sucked. It really sucked. It was the one part of the race that really kind of got me down. I was like, I didn't mean to do that. I just got on the brakes just a hair too late with the mediums, and I came up on Devil Dog so fast. I sent down the inside not to hit him, and I was hoping I would miss Logan as he was going in the corner. I just wasn't able to do it. So Anyway, apologies, Logan, if you're out there. Definitely didn't mean to do that. And GT Sport, come on, get that penalty right. When someone smashes you from behind, 99.99% of the time, it's the person behind's fault. So, like I was saying, I was going to go in on 5.5 laps and pit, and then come out on the softs, try to get that undercut. In my practice lobbies against some guys that were faster than me, the undercut seemed to be pretty good. It could get me out in front of them. Now, I couldn't hold myself out in front of those guys because they were just faster than I was, but I could generally get in front of them coming out of the pit, and they were coming out on either same tire, soft, or a medium tire. Now, if they came out on a medium tire, I kind of hold them off for a little while. But if they came out on the soft tire, then I was toast because they had 3 lap fresher tires than I did. But I came out in front of them, which was the important part. So I knew that I could possibly do that as Logan takes his penalty there. Again, apologies, Logan. Get a good exit out of here. Trying to get back in that devil dog slipstream, so hopefully I can save a little bit of fuel, do a little bit of short shifting. I really would have liked to have been like right up on the rear of second and third place this whole front half of the race and just short shifting and saving fuel, but no such luck. But I'm still going to go for that undercut. So fast forward here to lap number 5. I'm finally in the slipstream of Devil Dog and that RCZ. Now this is actually pretty good for me. This distance is pretty nice for just hauling butt. I'm eating up all kinds of fuel right now in 5th, but I just gotta get in tighter here. So I'm about to head in the pit stop. I can add some more fuel, get on the brakes a little bit later than normal. I can take this corner a little faster since I'm going in the pit stop. Poor Devil Dog probably thought I was trying to launch it at him. So I go in the pit stops. I'm throwing on the sauce. As you can see, I have 40% fuel left, and I need at least 84 to finish the race, what I think is a respectable pace where I can maintain a good pace. So a little bit of short shifting, a little bit of fuel saving, but like good solid pace for me. Tried 77% in one of the practice races. I was really short shifting. I was really going slow, and so that was kind of detrimental to my race pace. So 84, I'm banking on 84. So I went with 84, and I come out in 18th place. So part of the strategy is I really need some of these guys slipstream to be able to get to the front. Now, I really like the fast cars. I like the Audi TTs. I like the RCZs, and these cars that really have a really good pace going down the straight, but maybe struggle on worn tires through a corner, because that way I can get a good corner exit on them and pass them later on when I need to. So right now, heading down the straight behind Storm, we're going to fast forward here. I was about 2 seconds back. Really need to get in a slip, and as I come into corner 2, I'm within a second of that Aston Martin slipstream. So I'm thinking Aston Martin, perfect, guys. It's a power car. It's got good straight line speed, exactly what I need, and I'm not too close to him coming into this corner where I can get a really nice exit on here and build off of his straight line speed, but using my corner speed. So I get a better exit than he does coming out of here. He gets a little squirrel. I'm not sure which way he wants to go. I'm hoping he stays the outside because I want the inside. So he does. He stays the outside. He gives me the inside. I take it. I go by him on the inside. I got to leave him room here, so this is pretty tricky as I leave him just enough room. He touches me, but no big deal. Neither of us hit the wall, so we're good there. So I kind of catch him as he comes back the other way, which I was perfectly fine with. So good driving there by Storm and C51 in the Aston. Clean racing through the tunnel. I love it. So heading down, going to get on that anchor a little bit late there. Going to drop that big anchor. He's setting it down the inside. Gets into my rear quarter panel. And then goes into the pits. That was a little odd. Why are you trying to take that corner so tight if you're going in the pits? But anyway, so it takes a little rubber off my rear tires there, but nothing major. So fast forward again. Trying to run down HDR Chidat. He is in the NSX, I believe it is. Yes, it is the NSX. And now he doesn't have that straight line speed that the Aston has, but he's got exactly what I need, which is a slipstream. So 1.197 seconds off his rear bumper, lap 7. I'm in 8th position. And this is the position I need to be in to get that 200 points. Because I figure if I can stay in 8th right now, if I can stay in 8th position, I can get the 200 points I need for A+. So I'm like super pumped right here in the race. I know I'm pretty sure I got, because I'm pretty sure nearly all these people have to pit, all of them. And I've got pretty good pace on these soft tires, even when they're worn. So if they're on softs already, they're not going to, I'm not worried about them catching me on the mediums. Now, if they're on something else, then maybe. But they're going to have to run me down from pretty good ways back. We're already on lap 12. They only got 4 or 5 laps left. So my issue right now is we got 5 laps left, and I have 4.7 laps worth of fuel. So right here, you can hear me, I'm short shifting like crazy. So I'm like, oh, do I go for the pass here or do I not? So I decide I'm going to send it. And Chidat gets out of the gas a little bit there. Like, you're going to let me over. I really appreciate that, Chidat. And so I get on the brakes a little bit late to make sure we don't have any kind of contact. Take the corner fairly well, trying to line her up for that exit. And I smash that gas pedal and headed on out and going in for my next slipstream partner, which is a little chicken nugget. I got to tell y'all, I'm a fan of Little Chicken Nugget. I'm a fan of all chicken nuggets, but especially Little Chicken Nugget, because Little Chicken Nugget is in the exact car that I need, which is the Audi TT. That thing is a smoke show on the straights. It straight up hauls ass down the straights. So give me some of that front wheel drive TT. I love some TTs. Oh, love them. Love them. So trying to catch me a TT right now. As you look up here, 1.3 seconds, NGC, Dose So, and Louise Rosen heading into the pits. They're on the softs, and they've got to get quite a bit of fuel. So they only have 2% fuel, so they're going to have to add at least 48% of fuel. So you're looking at about 7 seconds. Here they come. They come out, and I come out in. The undercut works. I move all the way up to P3. Now, DNA Lightspeed is still in P1. He's in P1. A Little Chicken Nugget here is in P2. Now, he took an undercut too, I do believe. And I'm in third. The guys that were in front of me are now behind me. And they're on medium tires because you saw they went to the pits with the soft. So the strategies worked out. So now I'm in P3. I'm sitting on the podium. If I can stay here, not only will I get the points that I need, I'll also get some really good manufacturer's points. So I'm mega pumped at this point. And I'm looking down at my fuel. I have 3.9 laps left. But we have 4 laps left. So I still need to save some fuel. And I know those guys behind me, they can just scald the crap out of those mediums. They don't have to save them at all. They can just throw the brake balance all the way to the front and just smash that brake pedal coming in the corner. So a little bit of concern there because they are right within that slipstream range, which it really gets strong under that 1 second range. There's still some slipstream there between 1 and 1.5, I think, but it's not very strong. But once you get under the 1 second range, it starts to pull you in. And then when you get within the 0.8 second range, it really starts to tug you in. So here I am behind Little Chicken Nugget. I just need a little more fuel saving out of the Little Chicken Nugget before I can let him go and try and make a pass. Now, he's run a pretty solid race right here. He knows he's got a good car on these straights. As you can see, kind of pulling on me coming out of that corner. But I'm going to short shift just so I can stay on that rear, just so I can stay, in his slipstream. But I'm keeping an eye in the upper left-hand corner, just kind of looking at the delta there and see if it's going up or down. If it's going down, I'll shift again and just try to keep it just slowly going down instead of me just wasting fuel. So get off the gas here, and coast a little bit, get on the brakes, save a little bit of tire, save a little bit of fuel. He goes wide through the corner there. I'm really not wanting to take advantage of that. I'm not quite on my game for my fuel yet. Now, I know I can defend pretty well for at least a lap. 2 laps is really pushing it. So I throw it into lean setting 6 as I come through these corners. Just trying to save as much fuel as I can because when I need that fuel, I want it to be there. I want to be able to have some, mash the gas pedal to the floor and, go for it, kind of, spurt somewhere if I need it. So I'm a little late. I'm a little late coming off of the lean setting, coming out of the corner, and I'm like, why is my car going so slow? And I remember I'm lean 6. Luckily, NGC gives me a bump draft from behind. Now, he's probably running about the same fuel as I am, so he's probably thinking the same thing as me. I'm just going to wait till lap 11 or 12 to make my move. Lap 10 is a little too early. He's going to sit back here and save fuel. So we're all using Little Chicken Nugget here. Now, we are actually catching the leader at this point in the race. So Little Chicken Nugget takes that defensive inside line. I'm going to go around the outside. No intention here to pass. I know he's somewhere to the inside, but I do not have my radar on. I'm just hoping he is where I think he is. And he starts getting all like neck glitchy on me and flipping around. I'm like, no, don't need this. Comes out of the corner, come in behind him, still behind him, still short shifting. I just need to save that fuel. I need to get back on that fuel schedule, and I would like a little bit extra too, so that if I really needed to rev it out, I could. So again, coming down the straight into the tunnel, just using that TT straight line speed to my advantage as much as I can, using that Porsche's 6th gear right here. I should shift here about halfway point. I do not. Actually, I'm wringing it out a little bit right here. Probably because GC has me so worried that he's going to send it on the straight. Now, Little Chicken Nugget's going to defend the inside again, which is I'm great with. I'm on the outside. I'm getting on the brakes there about the 150, and I see NGC coming fast there, so I just stay out. I wait for the turn in. I knew he was on the inside of there, and then I see the Ferrari coming. Like, no, I can't let the Ferrari get in front of me because the Ferrari has a really nice turn in and good straight line speeds. Let's go back and look at that. As you can see, luckily he chooses the inside line for me, not for Little Chicken Nugget. Now, to NGC's credit, he did wait on him. He just broke late there. It was a mistake. Let's Little Chicken Nugget back in front. Good job there, NGC. Luckily, Little Chicken Nugget didn't get that penalty like Logan did early in the race. I still don't understand why he got that penalty. Baffling. So, again, throw it in lean fuel 6 here as I head in these S's. These S's are almost impossible to pass in unless you're alongside someone when you're heading in. So I wasn't too worried about the Ferrari passing me there. This time I actually got out of lean fuel 6 before I got out of the corner, unlike that last time. So drop it out of that lean fuel mixture. We're on lap 10, heading towards lap 11. That means only 2 laps remaining. This is the penultimate lap. Look in the rearview mirror. Look at the time differential, and he is just coming in hard there, 3/10. So I got to get a good exit out of here. Get on the gas nicely at the apex. A little bit slow on the gas, but that's okay. It's all right. It was a good exit. It was a clean exit. I didn't get in the guardrail. I actually pulled some time on the Ferrari out of the corner, up to 5/10, but that Ferrari eating me up on the straight. And I still need to save a little bit of fuel. I still want just a little extra in the tank, so I get on the brakes as late as I can there. The Ferrari coming hard, those mediums, just trying to just get in as close to my Porsche as he can. Now, I know that my softs still hold a little bit of advantage over the mediums. You know, I will through lap 7, and I'm only on about lap 4 with these tires. I think it's 4.5 or so. Anyway, so I knew that I still had a little bit of tire advantage left, about a lap more. Now, the second half of the last lap, it starts getting pretty iffy on which tire is quicker. So that's going to be their shot, really, is on lap 12. So as I head down here, I know that I can defend the hairpin. I'm comfortable with that. I can defend this corner. He is coming in strong. He's within 2/10 now. I'm going to defend this inside line. I want to put the Ferrari next to me. I want to be door to door heading into the hairpin. So I get on the brakes. I'm kind of waiting for him, but he's waiting on me. So I was like, oh, well, I'll just turn it down, give him my rear bumper. I was going to just give him the old 3/4 treatment of the car, just have him alongside me, and then there's no way he could turn in on me. But he was slowing down too, so he could get that undercut. But luckily, I sent it down to the apex and just give him the rear bumper to look at. So heading again into these S's, into fuel lean 6. He's looking for a place to try and get beside me. There's just nowhere to go right here. So I need a good exit here. I really need a good exit here. Drop it down. I maintained about 91 in that corner, which is pretty decent. It's not too bad. Come out, a lot of gas. And I am pulling on the Ferrari out of the corner, and that is what I wanted to see. I know I can defend for a lap. I've got the fuel now. I'm at 1.2 laps of fuel remaining, so I got a little extra juice in the tank if I need it. Got some right foot love juice in the tank. Yes, indeed. So as we head down the hill towards the tunnel, still pulling time on the Ferrari. I'm up to, I guess it was 8/10. Of course, now he's starting to reel me back in, starting to drop. I'm going to get on the brakes as late as I can, what I think I can here again. Ease into the throttle, keeping it tight. Keep that autocross line. I just got to stay out front for one more lap. Right now, A+. My goal, riding on the line, a podium finish. It could all happen right here if I can just hold on for this lap. Get another good exit out of that corner. I can actually see first place up in front of me now, as I'm now within 4.6 seconds of the leader. Oh, it makes me wonder if I'd been able to hang on to the back bumper of those cars in front of me at the beginning of the race and hadn't gotten into those tussles at the beginning. I could be right there on the backside of DNA Lightspeed, but no such luck. Final chance at the hairpin for the Ferrari to catch me. He's a second back. I am not too concerned now. I'm just going to kind of take it easy through here, take a good normal racing line, and put it right there on the apex. Get on the gas, heading back up the hill. The Ferrari falling back even further. I'm guessing he's having fuel issues. I have a half a lap left, so I'm feeling pretty good You're heading up the hill. I'm smiling. I'm grinning ear to ear. Send it down on the inside. Send it in late. I don't care. I'm like, whatever. They're way back there. P4 to P2. Hold on through this last corner. No penalties. I am clean through there. Final straight 2020 goal of A+ has been accomplished. Yes. Yes. Wow. P2. What a finish. What a race. Under pressure almost the entire race. You can see there the DR 52,594. Almost, 2,700 DR? Second place. There's me raising the fist. That's what I was doing at the sim rig as I finished this race. 230 manufacturer's points. So excited. And I appreciate all y'all coming along for the ride, for the journey. It was fun. It was a good time. I hope you enjoyed it as well. And I'm going to come up with a new goal, a new journey. There's plenty of things I haven't yet accomplished in this game that I need to finish. And so I will come up with one, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to set my mind to it, and I'm going to go for it. So, again, appreciate y'all coming along on the ride for this A+ journey. I did it. You can absolutely do it too. I'm not an alien. I just get on the sim rig and I put in some practice laps and have a good time and try to race clean. And I think we've run into a few good folks here in these races, and we've had a lot of fun. So appreciate it. And for myself, Geauxgreddy, y'all have a great evening. DJ Clean, you know what to do. Take us out of here.